Let's take a look at these celebrities who surprisingly turned out criminals. Khloe Kardashian, the youngest of the Kardashian trio, was arrested in 2007 for a DUI. She broke her probation when she failed to take an alcohol education class and never completed roadside cleanup duty. That was the part of her community service. She was sentenced to 30 days in jail but only served 3 hours. Oscar Pistorius. Oscar Pistorius seemed to have the world at his fingertips. He was a Paralympic champion and had a beautiful girlfriend. And that was the first double-legged amputee to ever compete in the Olympic Kings back in 2012. Back in 2015, the athlete was found guilty of murdering his girlfriend, Riva Steenkamp. Pistorius shot her through the bathroom door during an argument and was sentenced to 5 years. Robert Downey Jr. Downey was named by Time magazine among the 100 most influential people in the world. But this Iron Man star has also had incidents with drug addiction since he was just a child and has been arrested multiple times for drug possession and drug use. These charges led to 2 unsuccessful stints in rehab, but the actor finally managed to get his life back on track after taking some much-needed time out of the limelight. He is now more successful today than he has ever been. Jian Ghomeshi. Jian Ghomeshi is a British-born Canadian broadcaster, writer, musician, and a CBC personality. In 2014, this Canadian radio host surrendered himself to police and was charged with 4 counts of sexual assault and choking. He was also accused of sexually harassing and assaulting 9 women in and out of the workplace over the past 12 years. Chris Brown. Brown is one of the most successful R&B singers of his generations. But in 2009, this prominent singer was arrested for the violent act towards his girlfriend and singing star Rihanna. Photos of that singer's gruesome injuries spread across major news outlets, which proved to the world what a monster Brown was. The next year, he was charged with a misdemeanor assault after striking a man outside of a Washington hotel. Jay-Z. Jay-Z is mainly known as a rapper. He is regarded as one of the most influential hip-hop artists. Jay-Z is no stranger to crime. Having been a drug dealer before his fame and fortune, the rapper admitted to being part of the crack cocaine epidemic that devastated the streets of New York in the 1980s. But that's not all his criminal past entailed. Before becoming a husband, father, and one of the most influential musicians in hip-hop, Jay-Z stabbed record producer Lance Rivera in the stomach. He believed Rivera was responsible for the bootlegging of one of his albums. And although he was charged for attempted murder, he ended up pleading guilty to a misdemeanor and was sentenced to 3 years probation. Michael Vick. Michael Vick is the NFL leader and was the league's first quarterback to rush for 1,000 yards in a season. While this NFL star had some past run-ins, including a 2005 lawsuit for allegedly and knowingly giving a woman HAARP. 2007 was his landmark year for bad behavior. Things went sour when his father spilled the beans on Vick's love for dogfighting. Investigation revealed that not only was Vick running a dogfighting ring, but that he also took part in the killing of as many as 8 dogs. The dogs were killed by various methods, including hanging and drowning. Because the activities crossed state lines, the case was made federal and the football player was sentenced to 23 months at the United States Penitentiary. James Brown. He may have been the godfather of the soul and the hardest working man in show business, but that did not mean James Brown was above the law. As the result of a high-speed chase near the South Carolina-Georgia border in 1988, Brown was charged with driving offenses, assaulting a police officer, possession of an unlicensed gun, and likely the source of his troubles, tested positive for PCP. While Brown stated the police had assaulted him and even shot his pickup truck, the charges stuck and Papa got 6 years jail term.